Welcome back to your go-to spot for inspiration, positivity, and a little extra encouragement. In this space, we tackle life's challenges one meaningful conversation at a time. Thank you to everyone who has joined us on this channel for your comments, for subscribing, and for your words of encouragement. Over the past 2 weeks, we have focused on men's mental health, an important yet often overlooked topic. Many men struggle with mental health issues, but they feel pressure to stay silent, whether it's due to societal expectations, fear of judgment, or lack of support. Too many men suffer alone. The reality is, talking about mental health is just as important as looking after your physical health. A special thank you to Steve and Sasha for sharing their experiences in the past few weeks on men opening up about their emotions. In both discussions, a common theme emerged. Many men are reluctant to express their feelings. They often fear judgment because they need to remain strong for those around them. However, we continue to emphasize how important it is for men to talk about their emotions. Seek support when you need it. Last week, Steve shared his personal story, losing his son, the struggles he faced, and coming to terms with his mental health. He felt a responsibility to be strong for everyone else, pushing his own grief aside. It was only later, during road trips with a close friend and open conversations, that he began to heal. The response to Steve's story has been overwhelming, with many reaching out to thank him for his honesty. Others have also shared their own struggles, some publicly and others quietly. This highlights how difficult it can be for men to talk about their mental health. For those who have found comfort or encouragement through those discussions, I hope this journey has been helpful. So given the impact of these conversations, we want to continue exploring this a little bit further. Today, we're joined virtually by Sam to help us understand why men often struggle to open up about their emotions, why it's so important to take that first step to seek support regarding their mental health. Sam, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So there's an expectation that men should always be strong and unemotional. What's your view on that?
Well, that expectation that men should always be strong and unemotional is deeply rooted in cultural norms. And to be honest, that can have harmful effects on a man's mental health. The pressure to suppress emotions out of fear of being judged or seen as weak prevents many men from seeking the support they need. You may have noticed that as a result of these expectations, men's mental health tends to suffer. And unfortunately, this tends to lead to harmful effects.
Such as?
Such as substance misuse.
Yeah.
You see an increase in domestic violence and also increased risk of suicide.
And I guess the media doesn't help either.
The media often reinforces this stigma by portraying men who express emotions, especially by crying, as something to be ridiculed.
True.
However, crying is a natural and healthy emotional release. Discouraging it only reinforces the idea that men should keep their struggles bottled up instead of reaching out for help.
That's so true. And Sam, statistics show that women are frequently diagnosed with mental health conditions. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, many men tend to bottle up their feelings, which means that while they may struggle with their mental health, they often go undiagnosed. Poor mental health affects men too, but it's not always recognized or addressed. For example, in England, the research available shows that 12.5 of men have a diagnosed mental health. I think that is the NHS. Well, the Samaritans also say that men are 3 more times likely to die by suicide than women. And the Office of National Statistics also shows that men are nearly twice as likely to die from alcohol-related causes compared to women.
So true. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. And what I would like to do next is to start challenging some common myths about men's mental health. So here's one that we hear a lot. Men don't experience depression or anxiety. So Sam, what's your take on that?
That's a huge misconception. Mental health issues can affect anyone regardless of gender. While women are more frequently diagnosed with depression, men are more likely to struggle with substance use disorders and antisocial behaviors. The difference is that many men don't report their struggles, which can create the false idea that they don't experience mental health.
That's such a very important point. And here's another myth. Talking about suicide makes it more likely to happen.
That's simply not true.
It's not true.
Discussing suicidal thoughts can actually help prevent suicide.
Yes, so talk about it. Talk about it. Please do
Yes.
discuss it. Do not keep it to yourself.
When people feel like they have a safe space to talk, they are more likely to reach out for support instead of suffering in silence.
Indeed.
The more we normalize these conversations, the more we can help those in crisis.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is this might surprise you people that postnatal or postpartum depression only affects women.
Well, many people assume that postnatal depression only impacts mothers, but research shows that around 1 in 10 fathers experience it too. Parenthood comes with huge emotional and psychological changes, and men are not immune to those struggles. Recognizing that both parents can be affected is crucial to making sure everyone gets the support they need.
Thank you very much, Sam. That's so important. And finally, one of the most harmful myths out there that seeking help is a sign of weakness.
Oh no, this is one of the biggest barriers preventing men from getting the help they need.
Yes.
In reality, seeking support is a sign of strength, not a weakness.
No, it's not a weakness.
Taking care of your mental health is just as important as looking after your physical health.
That is so true.
And acknowledging your struggles and reaching out is one of the bravest things anyone can do.
Exactly. Thanks, Sam. I couldn't agree more. So breaking these myths is the first step in encouraging men to open up. You should seek help. You need to seek the help you deserve. The other thing I wanted to say, Sam, is that I think we let's talk about why why so many men keep their mental health struggles to themselves. Sam, what do you think plays a big role in this?
Well, a huge factor is societal expectation, which is an outdated idea,
Totally.
sometimes called toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
that men have to be tough
Man up.
and emotional and always in control. From a young age, boys are often taught that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness.
That's not right.
Media and cultural norms reinforce this by portraying emotional men as less worthy of respect.
That's so true. And even when men do open up, they don't always get the response they need.
Exactly. Too often, when men express their struggles, they are met with dismissive comments like, man up, just get on with it. When that happens, they are less likely to speak up again, and the cycle of silence continues.
And it's even more complicated when you add race into the conversation. Sam, did you know that Black men in particular face extra challenges when it comes to mental health?
Yes, and it's really an important issue. Black men are more likely to be involuntarily hospitalized under mental health laws, which can create fear and mistrust towards the system. On top of that, cultural expectations within some communities discourage seeking professional help. These barriers make it even harder for Black men to access the support they need.
And they do need that support. They do. It's clear that we need to change the way we talk about men's mental health. We need to make sure that support is accessible for them. To everyone, if you're watching this, if you are struggling with your mental health, please do reach out for support. And Sam, if someone who's watching this is struggling, what would you say to them?
If you're experiencing any suicidal thoughts, please reach out for immediate help. You don't have to go through this alone.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. The first step can be the hardest, but it's the most important one. Let's keep this conversation going. No one has to suffer in silence. Sam, before we wrap up, what final words would you like to share with our viewers?
I want to remind anyone struggling with their mental health that you're not alone. Seeking help doesn't make you weak. It takes real strength and self-awareness to acknowledge when you need support, whether it's through professional counseling, mental health organizations, or simply talking to someone you trust. There are people who care and want to help. And if you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, please don't remain silent. Reach out for immediate help. Your feelings are valid and your life matters.
We've said that a number of times because it's so important. So that's why we keep repeating. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, please reach out to someone you trust for professional support. Yeah. Sorry, Sam, you were still saying?
Yeah, your feelings are valid and your life really matters. So reach out for that help. It could be the local hospitals, local organizations, your local doctor. Just reach out. Confident, trusted friend. Anyone.
That's good. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining us and for sharing and for all the information that you've given us.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us in these important discussions about men's mental health over the past few weeks. But this conversation doesn't end here. Let's keep challenging outdated stereotypes and create a space where men feel safe talking about their mental well-being. Have you or someone you know taken that first step to open up about mental health? What made a difference? Share your story in the comments. It might inspire someone else to reach out for help. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more content like this. Let's keep the conversation going. Stay strong, stay inspired, keep shining, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.